Well, hello folks. Thank you for joining me in my living room here. This is the first of a little series of videos I'm going to do called Rig Rundown. So please give me a like, a subscribe, a follow and a share. What I'm talking about in this little series is the equipment and the gear that I use for my solo show, which is what I'm doing these days. Yeah, this is number one, and we're going to talk about my foot percussion and what I use and what I have been using. So for many years, I've been using this this kind of real beat-up cajon. I got this within the first week of me getting back to the UK about 16 years ago, and I was busking on the street, which is where my career kind of started, and I've done a lot of over the years. And I met a fella called John Langham busking on the streets there, and he had a cajon box, and he was putting a beat to his music, and I was watching those pounds drop, and I was like, oh my, I need one of those. So I went and spent the last of my pennies on a kick pedal and a cajon box. This one's got a plywood front. It's been smashed in loads of times, and it's done me really proud, but it's also really bit of a pain of a thing to carry around. It's a box of air. I've ended up stuffing my clothes and CDs and all manner of things inside this over the years and carrying it about. I ended up cutting the back off it to make it smaller to fit into backpacks and various things. It's got a bit of a big heavy base on it. The base I put on the thing, I like to raise it up a bit higher because it's a bit more of a commanding position, and also I can get the kick pedal to hit in the middle of the cajon a bit better to get a better bass signal, a better thump out of it. But yeah, it's time to retire this old girl now. She's done 16 years of hard service, and I got something new. And this is a Hayes foldable cajon that I bought from a company in Australia called Kookaburra Music. I tried to buy one in the UK. I couldn't get one. I ordered one from China. It didn't show up. I ended up buying one from these guys, Kookaburra Music, on eBay, the Hayes fold-up cajon. And it turned up in about 6 days from Australia, really well packaged. So yeah, let's have a look at this thing. I'm about to take it out for its first gig at the Magic Garden on Valentine's Day, along with my guitar. It's going to be the first gig for that. So yeah, let's have a little look at this thing. So the pedal I end up using, it's a Mapex kick pedal that folds down as well. I like the tennis ball in a sock. I like the bounce I get off it, and it doesn't tend to rip up the front of the cajon so much. So yeah, that's generally what I use for my thumpy. This old cajon doesn't have any snare wires in it anymore. I've left the snare wires in here, but I've kind of tightened them up. So what's so cool about this thing? Well, ease of travel, foldability, and the ability to travel and take your equipment on a plane, and the size it packs down is a big factor, and an increasingly big factor with luggage sizes and everything. So I wanted something that was more amenable to the traveling musician, and well, this is it. I'm going to show you a pack down rather than a pack up. So I've added a little stand that I've made to this to raise the level of the cajon up for something for the kick pedal to get hold of. So I'll remove that first and show you what that does and pack that down. So there's a series of thumb screw star lugs, star bolts in there that I bought off eBay. So I've got 3 of them in there at the moment, so they just screw out like that. I've done that one up real tight, haven't I? There we go. They come off. The base lifts off. It's got some pieces of angle iron. So I took the feet off the bottom of the cajon, and I added some strips of wood on the inside and these M6 kind of wood screw bolt fasteners on the bottom there to attach this thing onto. It has the same on the sides of this. This is the angle iron part that holds on the kick pedal. So that comes out. They come off. Then I've got two on each side, it's numbered side 1 and side 2. Again, got the lug screws in there, and these thumb star screw bolts. God, I've done that up tight, haven't I? Yeah. Okay. They come off. This thing packs down into 3 wooden sections. Like that, let's put them there for now. Now this thing is absolutely genius. The way it comes apart is I'm so impressed with it. So basically, there's one big bolt. You can see the lug screws there for the base section. Take out this one bolt here. The long bolt that goes at the middle. Boom, that comes out. Put my hand in the hole in the bottom. Give that a little tap. That comes apart. Do the same with the top. That comes apart. And then this whole thing just concertinas up. Look at that. Fantastic. It takes up so little space. You can see in there's a set of snare wires on the inside. It comes with a little Allen key. I've got them tightened up really tight at the moment, so they're not really working too much. Yeah, that's it. That's how long it takes to assemble and disassemble that. Comes with a nice little carry bag, so that folds up. That goes in here like that. That piece goes in there. The long bolt goes in there. You screw that up. Oh, hang on, these 2 pieces go in there as well. They all fit in there. That screws up. That zips up. Bottom sections go in here. They all pop in down the side there. There we have it. That goes in my backpack. That does screw up. I'm just not going to mull around with it for ages. That's my foot percussion. Doesn't seem a lot smaller than this, but it really, really is. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot easier to carry around. It just goes straight in my backpack, and I'm not carrying a big box of air around. So there you go. Thank you for joining me for part 1 of my rig rundown. We were going to get into the complexities of the guitar. The guitar does come in half. There's a lot to go through on this, so this is number 1. Please give me a like, subscribe, share, a follow, whatever you're watching this on. Thanks for joining me for part 1 of rig rundown, and I'll see you out there on the road soon. Join me for part 2, when I'm going to be talking about my guitar, and then I'm going to get into pedals, amplifiers, how I get the sounds that I want. Thank you very much. Have a great day.